We're turning our attention now to that continued talk about the national conference. And Mr. Chimanaji joins us now. He's a legal practitioner and a public affairs analyst. Thank you for coming on again today.
Thank you very much, and good morning, viewers.
Well, yes, indeed, the debate whether or not we should have it, what kind of discussion should we have, keeps making the rounds. And now that we have Tony Nyam replaced, and then people think, the committee thinks that we should get back to the state which we were, where nobody can say, look, we have a preconceived notion. But it's all of that notwithstanding. Do you even think we should have this in the first place? Or how do you view the activities of this advisory committee?
Whether we should have a conference, whether sovereign or whatever, the answer is capital yes. When? It should have been the day before yesterday. Because so many things are wrong structurally, and so many things have gone wrong. The ones that were bad have gone worse. The only way to resolve some of these things, address them frontally without conflict in the sense of violence, is to talk. And talking sense, not just coming to blab. That means you are looking for people who are cerebral and who are also experiential in their approach to the issues on the table. If you don't have content, you will not be able to manipulate the context.
Does that rule out the establishment? Because you have the executive, the National Assembly. So one would have thought that these chaps come from among the people who have been talking about how we need to change or restructure. But they've gotten there. Don't they know how to go about this? Why are they throwing it back to us?
Chamberlain, I don't know how many of your primary school friends who did not succeed in attending university that you still keep in touch with. Not because you don't want to. Circumstance has impaled that you will not be able to do so because you are moving up. And when you are moving up, the pressure, is up, pushing you up. If you look down, you might fall. So that is why when people move from a stage of poverty, whether pecuniary or intellectual, to something higher, they dump those people below. So it's a class 10. Many of those people who are in the National Assembly, let me start from 1999, for example. Some of them were tellers, because some people didn't know this thing was going to work. Some of them were mechanics, some were fashion designers, some were doing all sorts of things. Intellectually, no input. Some of them came in there because at their level they could unleash violence without any remorse. So they were feared by those who went to school, so to speak. And they have finally dug in and ingratiated themselves in the process. So what you have is a people, not all of them, without prejudice to some of the, few of them that are good now. Most of them, therefore, have disconnected themselves because the factor is the fear of poverty. Either you want to run away from it because you're already stewed in it, or you never want to go back to it. Poverty is at the center of conduct in Nigeria.
But
so,
okay.
Just to address the question, therefore,
yeah.
When you talk about establishment, they are part of Nigeria. So they have their own agenda. Let them bring it to table. They will never be there forever. Because we have seen many of them, after 4 years, they start singing a different tune. Because when they were there, You know, the vision changes when you change from driver's seat, from passenger seat to driver's seat. And when you come back again, you can't be saying the same thing again. So that is what it is in power. Many of the people who enjoyed power today, I mean before, they are with the people. They are now saying Jonathan is doing that, Jonathan is that. But when they were there, they brooked no criticism at all. They sent people to prison and so on. The people who are there today should take a cue from that, because no condition is permanent. The National Assembly must be thinking and doing what is right, because they will never remain there forever. Some of them will come back to us because their godfather governors will pull them back. That is what I can promise you in 2 years' time.
Now, what do you think should be the modality? You've agreed that there should be a conference? You know.
Like 2 days ago.
Yes, which is yesterday, day before yesterday. But, you know, a host of people cannot seem to agree on what form that conference should take, those who should be represented there, or whether it should be an ethnic conference or a constitutional conference. You know, what do you think should be the modality?
It should be a Nigerian conference, a conference of Nigerian citizens, in which the establishment, the intelligentsia, the intellectual community, the ethnic nationalities in representative capacities should come in with their own different agenda and put it on the table. And all these things will be synthesized by committees of people who are intelligently selected, strategically placed to organize the thoughts of those who may have just dished them out raw. I don't know whether you're getting my point. You see, it is just not enough to say ethnic nationalities will attend. Is it the man that is taking snuff in the village? What does he know about modern governance? We have passed that level.
But does that have to be him
but
or
their
a
ideas can be articulated and aggregated by those who have content in this area of, thinking,
no,
and brought to table.